Hey guys, it's your favorite Donabite here, and today I'm actually testing out my Deathworm, believe it or not. I have 4 females and 1 male, all spawned in. This is from the No Untamables mod, and yeah, let's talk about it. So the first thing that they can do is easily dig, and well, they actually, depending on you, they do rely on, well, no, you rely on oxygen once you're underground, which is pretty understandable here. And here, as you guys can see, they're able to grab prey, and they are able to eat them. You could actually use the once you're underground, you actually have to use the R1 or just the R control stick button, and you'll just snatch them up here. Now, it does have a cooldown at least of, I think, 18 to 20 seconds here. Now, out of the ground, these guys are able to, well, move, and as you can see, this is their casual speed here. It's not too bad, but they're not fast, but they are big and imposing here. In terms of predators that will attack them, they will get attacked by the Monolophosauruses and Draco Venators. Apparently they do attract those, which is pretty interesting in my opinion, because it's a giant colossal predator. I don't think it should be attracting anything at all, but hey, it is what it is here. So yeah, we're just gonna take this thing for a ride and see how much it can grab and stuff like that there. Now again, when they do move underground, they are able to harvest things like thatch, sand, flint, and I think a little bit, and a little bit of stone as well here. So they actually are pretty good harvesters. So you could actually have these guys, well, I wouldn't say pretty early on, but let's say if you're exploring with these guys, right, you can actually get a ton of material along the way here. Now let's see if I can grab a Passeratherium, and wow, I ain't gonna lie, that is scary though. I'm just that is a like dangerously scary thought here. And I actually do wonder, we are gonna give it a chance to cool down here. We're gonna see if we can grab any flyers, maybe an Argentavis as the maximum at best here, so when it lands we'll just snatch it. But overall, these guys are pretty dangerous and powerful. In terms of their attacks, they have the regular bite and stuff here, and I'm just gonna wait here. Transevia and Ceratosaurus are going at it over this Doedicarus, and the Doedicarus just taking pot shots. As you can see here, it does not take long for this grab to, like, I guess you could say, fix itself. And yep, we just snatched the Ceratosaurus, and in a couple minutes, yep, there we go. And it's interesting, I still took damage somehow. And then there's the rock golem. Is it gonna come at me? Nope, I guess I don't aggro rock golems, which is pretty weird, but it is what it is here. But as you guys can see, this casual speed just doesn't do it, and so I'm gonna use the claw attack here. Yep, melee claw. It's actually quite interesting, and I think I gotta find it. Hold on a minute. But yeah, these guys are pretty powerful. I mean, I would probably say, I think they could take down probably Acrocanthosaurus, Meraxes, and Rexes, in all honesty here. And imagine these guys like spawning on the island where you have to use this big old what's it called, big old bear trap in order to in order to catch them, right? I think that would actually be pretty interesting though. So with that being said here, let's actually just take our time and explore here, and let's talk about some of the other Ark news here. So Ludiohama from Up From the Depths is actually almost complete. I can't wait to see that as well. I think that'll be a wonderful addition to Scorched Earth here, and considering I am looking for an area to build a secondary base, which, usually on maps I do have 2 bases here, and I'm looking at the abandoned city in Scorched Earth here, where I know I am going to have to set up some turrets and some defenses and stuff here, so I may just put my deathworms out there and stuff like that. But in all honesty, I don't see too much of an issue, going out there. I guess my only problem would definitely be, water and stuff there. But I think there is like a water sprout near the arena and stuff like that there. So I'll probably just set up turrets all around my base and stuff there and just kill whatever. So yeah, I am looking forward to that here. Also, there's an Evo Terror coming out, which is actually pretty great here. I may even capture the, what's it called, the Kalenkin. I may even get some of those as well here, and just, I guess you could say, determine whether or not I want them. Well, I am gonna want them, obviously, especially on like Ragnarok, where I'm gonna just have them as like my raptor-like carnivore here. Considering on the island I do have both raptors. Matter of fact, I have raptors, Monolophosaurus, and even the Pyroraptor as well here. So I got some. I think I got some decent picks. And then, on Scorched Earth, I do have Meraxes and the Rexes the on Scorched Earth over here. And then I don't know. I'm still looking forward to getting Tarbosaurus regardless here. I'm definitely gonna have that at my secondary base, considering it is immune to sandstorms, and I do think that is pretty important here. I may even move some of my dragons over there as well, and whatever creatures I think could fit in there. So, in all honesty, I'm not too worried about making a secondary base here. The only thing I'm worried about is just picking a suitable location for it, somewhere where I could just have a lot of room. I could build in it. I could utilize it. And in all honesty, I think it would be pretty great and pretty interesting, having a base inside of an already established area. Kind of like Fyodor, where you could actually utilize the small villages and stuff there. Which, again, I am more than likely going to do again here. And still have my aquatic base on that one. To which, speaking of, I do have to upload the Laylapse and Cryptoclitus video. I may actually do a versus comparison with the Laylapse as well here, considering I don't know. I think it should be more appropriate with the Rexes and stuff, but I just, excuse me, I don't know. I think that the Laylapse is actually pretty interesting. It's a rival boosted carnivore, which I think is pretty great here. And in all honesty, we could definitely have Gorosaurus if we wanted to. It's just that, legal rights and copyright issues, and that is exactly my issue. Draco Venators and all that. So, as you guys can see here, trying to dig through the mountain, see if I can get around here. And as you can see, it tumbles, and actually it works for just a moment until you actually have to move here. So they cannot dig through, mountains and solid structures, or, more whatchamacallit, more rock-like structures like this here. So yeah, I all I do is like a miniature flip, and then that's it. Even with having these rocks under me, I can't even do it. So there you have it. And now we're gonna orphan this Draco Venator. And yep, sorry kiddo, your parent did this to you. But hey, I got a couple of y'all at home here. I just gotta go ahead and steal some wyvern eggs and stuff like that there. So yeah, there's that. Maybe I'll just lure them out and lure them up to some turrets. I know a lot of people make wyvern traps and stuff like that there. So maybe I'll use an Indominus Rex trap on, the wyverns and whatever Catalier dragons are in the area. So won't be too bad in my opinion. Won't be too bad. So, in terms of their harvesting capabilities, I think you guys can see here that they harvest pretty good when it comes to meat, stone, flint, thatch, a little bit of wood, and definitely chitin. I'm guessing if you still kill them, they'll still drop black pearls and stuff like that there. And apparently, you can have a deathworm queen. I don't know. I don't feel like trying that and everything here. I also know I do have the Titanodrome queens on Ragnarok as base guards and harvesters. So yeah, they're not bad, Everything on this mod here is pretty great. I guess the only thing I do need to try out is the lead Zichthies, but again, I'm not too big on having something that massive unless I'm gonna build on it. You might say, oh well, when you did the sunken world, announcements and stuff, you said you wanted the blue whale. Yeah, of course I wanted the blue whale. I mean, we don't have a lot of whales in Ark. We don't even get a lot of prehistoric whales in Ark. I mean, let's be real here. We don't even have the Bragmophyseter. I heard the Acrophyseter is now on sunken what's it called? Sunken world mod now, so I hope that's gonna be a good creature here. I'm definitely gonna see if I could either spawn it or find it on the games, considering I just updated everything. But again, I think these guys do have a limitation. They cannot whatchamacallit, I don't think they can take a Diamantinosaurus underground. I think it's just too bulky for them here. So maybe we'll make our way to the outskirts of the desert and I guess see if we can find maybe a Meraxes or an Acrocanthosaurus. So I'm gonna skip some parts here and just see you guys over there. Alright, so now that we're in the desert, let's go ahead and see if we can find something a bit bigger. Something like a Meraxes, an Acrocanthosaurus. I know they spawn usually out here. I've had a few run-ins with them with my Giga when I got trapped out here during a sandstorm, so yeah, I get Gigas actually, save lives out here, And let's see. I know there should be some out here. I've encountered a few of them. And let me get my oxygen back up for a minute. And they look so smooth, just how they move and stuff and how they handle here. And I wonder how breeding actually goes, like with deathworms and stuff like that there. I wonder if they lay eggs or they just give live birth. They might give live birth now that I think about it here. I mean, well, I don't fully know, because it's a creature that's usually not used in combat. It's I'm not saying it's like a rare commodity for these untamable creatures to be bred and stuff here, but usually they're not able to be bred, such as the Titanodrome queens. I know they're not breedable, but again, considering deathworms do have like male and female, I wonder how that goes. Same thing with reapers. How do they, like, can you reproduce? I think it would actually be pretty interesting if you could like reproduce your reapers by like infecting like a tame dinosaur that you don't want anymore, or a dinosaur that I guess you could say has a lot of mass to provide food for the reaper, and then when it eventually hatches, it just bursts out, xenomorph style, and then bada bing bada boom, it just it just busts out the creature and we can use it. And there you go. I just took down the Acrocanthosaurus like that. So obviously they can tackle much larger creatures, and I think the max for them is a Acrocanthosaurus and Meraxes. So I think they could tackle anything that is along a Tyrannosaurus Rex's height here, which I do find pretty great and pretty terrifying for these creatures here. Because imagine having these against rival tribes, right? Or a rival tribe uses this against you. You don't know they have that mod, or maybe you do, but you never thought the mod was good for anything, right? Now you got to be afraid to go out in the desert and probably have to hide in more rocky terrains, which I do think is probably a smarter idea than anything, considering the sheer fact that these guys really can't go onto the terrain like that there. They'll just pop themselves out and everything. And so, they are able to harvest fiber, sand, and even soul. Wow, it's actually pretty great here. But hey, we're going to end this off with me snatching this Meraxes. Boom. Now get under here. And so, I think that's pretty much all for today, you guys. I mean, please comment down below, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legend in Grimlock, and I'll see you guys for another Ark review. Peace.